Are you tired of slow, bloated form plugins that break your site or worse, break your flow? Watch this. I'll show you how to build smart, fast and fully integrated forms right inside Gutenberg using Nexter's Form Builder, all without touching a single line of code. You'll see how easy it is to add new fields, rearrange them visually and customize labels, placeholders and spacing just the way you want. I'll also walk you through the styling, adjusting typography, tweaking button designs and making sure your form blends perfectly with your site's look. And once your form is ready, we'll set up what happens after submission. Things like showing a success message, sending instant emails and even redirecting to a custom page. We'll also connect it to tools like MailChimp, ConvertKit, Brevo, Slack and Webhook so your form actually does the work for you behind the scenes. Saying that, I hope you've got the bigger picture. Now, let's start from the beginning, and here's something that a lot of people don't realize, that did you know that 45% of all WordPress sites are built using the Gutenberg editor? Yet, many still rely on outdated bloated form plugins that slows down their sites and complicate user interactions. Well, enter Nexter Form Builder, a game changer in the world of WordPress forms. Built with performance and user experience in mind, it ensures lightning fast performance without unnecessary dependencies. Therefore, in this tutorial, we are diving deep into the form block of Nexter blocks. We'll explore every option it has, demystify each setting and show you how to harness its full potential. So, whether you're a newbie or a seasoned developer, by the end of this video, you will see exactly why the form builder inside the Nexter plugin isn't just another form tool. It's the future of form creation in WordPress. Now, are you ready to dive in? Let's get started. Alright, let's get this show on the road. First things first, we need to install the Nexter Blocks plugin, and for that, head over to your WordPress dashboard, navigate to Plugins, then Add New, and here in the search bar, type in Nexter Blocks. Once you spot it, click on Install Now, and then hit Activate. Set, the free version is now up and running. Now, here's the scoop. The form block is a freemium widget. That means while you get a taste of its capabilities in the free version, to unlock its full potential, you'll need to upgrade to Nexter Pro. And before you doubt a little, trust me, it will all be worth it. At the moment, I'm on Nexter's pricing page. And here you can see that there are different plans available for Nexter Pro. Each plan is designed to cater to various needs. So take a moment to review all the features and determine which one aligns best with your requirements. Now on to the checkout page. Here Nexter offers a variety of payment options. Whether you prefer using a credit card, PayPal or other available methods, choose the one that suits you best, and once you have completed the purchase, you will receive the license key and the plugin zip file right here on the checkout page. Download them and we will proceed to install and activate Nexter Pro onto your WordPress site. Here, simply we'll need to navigate to Plugins, then Add New and click on Upload Plugin. Select the zip file and click on Install Now, and after installation, activate the plugin. Further, to finalize the setup, go to Nexter Blocks, Dashboard, click on Activate Pro and paste your license key into the activation field and click on Activate. Set. And just like that, we've unlocked the full suite and of course the Nexter Blocks Pro features. Now, let's activate the form block itself. In your dashboard, head over to Nexter Blocks, then Blocks, and here you can see a list of all the available blocks. Find the form block, toggle it on, and don't forget to hit on Save Settings. That's it. You're now all set to integrate this powerful tool into your pages and elevate your site's interactivity. Alright, now that we have got everything set up, let's dive into the actual process of adding the form block to our page. For that, head over to your WordPress dashboard and navigate to Pages section. Here, click on Add Page to create a fresh page where we will integrate our form. To insert the form block, click on the plus icon located at the top left corner or within the body of the page, and this will open the block inserter panel. In the search bar, type in form and you will see the Nexter form block appear in the results. Now, click on the form block and it will be added to your page instantly. Here, we will click on Simple Contact Form, and now immediately you will notice a default form layout with fields like first name, last name, email and message. Now, for your information, this is just a starting point and the real customization begins right now. With the form block selected, the settings panel on the right side of the editor will display various configuration options. The first tab you will see is the Layout tab. This is where you will define the structure and behavior of your form. From adding or removing fields to rearranging their order, the Layout tab here gives you full control over the form's customization. As we proceed, we'll explore each option within the Layout tab here in detail, ensuring you understand how to tailor the form to your specific needs. Alright, moving ahead, let's start exploring the options under the Content section. Coming inside it, the first thing we are noticing here is the layout type. Well, this one's pretty straightforward. Right here, as you can see, there are a few visual presets to choose from. These layouts basically change how your form fields and the submit button are styled and structured, like whether labels are placed inside the fields or above them, or how spaced out everything looks. All you've gotta do is click on this one that matches your form's field and you will instantly see the change applied right there in the editor, which is simple and quick. Now that we have logged in the layout type, let's zero in on the form fields themselves, because the default first name, last name, email and message are really just a starting point. In the list view, the moment you click on any field or directly on the canvas, the side panel flips to that field's own settings, from where you can rename the label, add placeholder text, flip the required switch, or even drop in your own icon and adjust field width. Also, if you need more than the default name, email and message fields, smash this add block button and a new slot drops right in. Click browse all, and from here you can choose from a whole buffet of field types, whether it's single line text, number, URL, password, text area, drop down, radio, checkbox, date, time, file upload, hidden, range slider, toggle, and seriously pretty much anything you'd expect in a modern form builder, you will find it right here. And because Nexter is all drag and drop, you can simply grab any fields handle and rearrange the order until it flows exactly the way you want. In short, this little panel lets you build out an entire form field by field, label by label, without ever touching code. Just like that, I've demonstrated how you can build a bespoke form that captures exactly the data you want before we touch what happens after the user hits submit. Now, before we dive into the action after submit goodies, let me give you a quick heads up. The form you're seeing right now is plain vanilla on purpose, just so every setting is crystal clear. But if you'd rather skip styling from scratch, pop over to the live demo page, the link of which I'll drop in the description below. And once you're here, scroll down to the gallery, pick up any design you like, enter into it, then hit the little copy button on the left, and after that, get back into your Gutenberg editor and click this paste icon right here. Boom! Now as you can see, the full design, colors, spacing and everything has dropped right here into your page. So you just saw how it's done. Now the choice is yours. Build it field by field or copy a ready-made layout in a few simple clicks. Now let's talk about what actually happens after someone fills your form and hits submit. And honestly, this is where Nexter truly starts to shine. Right here under action after submit, you get a drop down that lets you choose exactly what should happen once the form is submitted. And you're not just limited to one single thing. You can select multiple actions and Nexter will run through all of them together smoothly. Pretty cool, right? At the very top of the list, you will see options like database entry, which basically saves the submitted data into your site's backend. Super useful if you want a record of all entries, even if something goes wrong with email delivery. Next, there is auto respond email, and this one is gold when you want to instantly send a confirmation back to the user like thank you note or we'll get in touch soon kind of message. It helps build trust and keeps things professional. Then further on, we've got redirect, which lets you send users to a different page right after submission, like a thank you page, a download link, or even a special offer page, which especially is handy for lead funnels. Below that now, you will see some of the integration options, starting with ActiveCampaign, followed by platforms like Brevo, ConvertKit, MailChimp, and so on. That, in simple words, are the essential marketing and automation suspects. Now, moving ahead, let's continue to set up our first integration, which is ActiveCampaign. If you are a kind of marketer who loves tags, lead scoring, and automated sales funnels, this connection is gold. And the best part, it's super easy to connect. So, after you have selected Active Campaign from the drop down here under Action After Submit, you will notice a few new options appear which contains fields for API URL and API key. Now, to get that, just log into your Active Campaign account, head over to Settings in the lower left corner and then click on Developer from the sidebar. Now here, you will find both your API URL and API key. Just copy those and paste them here into the respective fields inside form. Set. That's pretty much it. Now, every time someone submits your form, their details will go straight into your Active Campaign contact list, tagged and ready to be used however you like. Now, moving ahead, let's set up the next one in our list, which is Brevo. Previously known as Sendinblue, if you're already using Brevo for email marketing or transactional emails, this integration is going to make your life a whole lot easier. Alright, so after you've selected Brevo from the dropdown, you will notice a new field pop up here. Don't worry, just like before, we are going to walk through how to get this API key step by step. First up, head over to your Brevo account, click on the profile icon at the top right, then go into SMTP and API. From here, switch to the API keys tab, and if you've already got a key, just copy it or click on generate a new API key if you want a fresh one. Now, once you have the key, simply come back and paste it into the API key field right here in the form settings inside our form. And that's it. The job is done. The Brevo integration is designed to be super lightweight and fast. Once the API key is connected, all your form submission will start syncing directly into your Brevo contact list. And one little thing to keep in mind, the contacts are usually added to your default Brevo list unless you have set up some segmentation rules on the Brevo site. But talking about the next end, there is no extra setup needed. Easy, right? Okay, now let's get your form connected to ConvertKit, which is now known as just Kit. This setup ensures that every time someone submits your form, their details are sent straight to your Kit account, which is perfect for building your email list and nurturing leads. So, after selecting ConvertKit from the Action After Submit dropdown, you will notice a couple of new fields pop up. Now, let's go through them step by step. First, we need to get the API key from your ConvertKit account. To do this, log in your ConvertKit dashboard, then click on your profile icon in the top right corner and select Settings. Okay, in the left sidebar, click on Developer, and here, as you can see, you will find your API key. Simply copy this key. Now back in your form settings within Nexter and paste this API key into the API key field right here. That's it. Now, whenever someone submits your form, their details will be automatically added to your specified ConvertKit form. Alright, moving ahead to the next integration, which is GetResponse. This one shines for webinars, landing pages, and evergreen funnels, so piping your form data here means a lead can register for your webinar and hit an email drip without you lifting a finger. So, after selecting GetResponse from the dropdown, you will see a couple of new fields pop up just like before. Now, it's time to go through them step by step too. First, we need to get the API key from your GetResponse account. To do this, log in your GetResponse dashboard. Then from the top menu, navigate to Tools, then Integration and API. And here on the next page, click on the API tab. Now, you will see an option to generate API key. Simply click on it and give your key a name. Finally, hit Generate. And once the key is generated, simply copy it. Okay. Now, it's time to get back to your form settings within Nexter, and here you have to paste the key which you copied from the GetResponse website. Set. Next, we also need the list token. This is the identifier for the specific list in GetResponse where you want your form submissions to be added. To find it, go back to your GetResponse dashboard and click on Contacts from the top menu right here. Then locate the list you want to use, click on the three dots next to it, and here click on Settings. Now, on the list settings page, under the General tab, you will find the list token below your list name. Simply copy this token. Now, get back to your form settings, paste this list token into the list token field, and once you have entered both the API key and list token, it's time to click on Save. That's it. Now, whenever someone submits your form, their details will be automatically added to your specified GetResponse contact list. Now, let's crack open and integrate MailChimp to our form, which is the OG of newsletter tools, and it is also perfect for firing off welcome emails, segmenting subscribers, and tracking campaign results all from one familiar dashboard. So, after selecting MailChimp from the Action After Submit dropdown, you will see a couple of new fields appear. Now, let's go through them step by step. First, we need to get the API key from your MailChimp account. To do this, log in your MailChimp dashboard. Then click on your profile icon at the top right and select Account and Billing. Now on the next page, go to Extras, then API Keys, and here you will see an option to create a key. Click on it and give your key a name. Finally hit Generate and set. Once the key is generated, simply copy it. Now come back in your form settings within Nexter and paste this API key right into the API key field. Okay, next we need the audience ID. For your information, this is the identifier for specific information in MailChimp where you want your form submissions to be added. To find it, go back to your MailChimp dashboard and click on Audience, then Settings, and here on the settings page under Audience Name and Default section, you will find the audience ID. Simply copy this ID, come back to your form settings, paste the audience ID you just copied into the audience ID field. And once you've entered both the API key and audience ID, simply go ahead and click on Save. That's it. Now, whenever someone submits your form, their details will be automatically added to your specified MailChimp audience list. Now, sliding over to MailerLite, it is known for its clean interface, generous free tier, and surprisingly powerful automations. So, if you want a budget-friendly email tool that still lets you build slick workflows, this is the one for you. Okay, selecting MailerLite from the Action After Submit dropdown, in your form settings, a couple of new fields will appear. As usual, we need the API key and group ID as you can see, so let's get them by going to MailerLite's official site. Then click on Integrations from the left sidebar, then under MailerLite API, click on Use. Moving ahead to the next page, it's time to click Generate New Token, and then in the pop-up, enter a name for your API key. Next, we'll ensure all APIs allowed is selected and then tick on Terms of Use checkbox. Then click Create Token, and once it's also generated, copy the API key. Okay, now it's time to get back to your form settings. Here we'll paste this API key into the API key field. That's it. Next, it's time to get the group ID for the specific group where you'd like to add your subscribers. Coming back to the MailerLite official site, here navigate to Subscribers. Then click on Groups, and now if you haven't already created one, just hit on this Create Group button, give it a name and click on Create. Simple, a group is created. Now all you have to do is head back to the integration section and here click on this Use next to API. Then scroll down a bit and here it is, your group ID. Quickly copy it, come back to your Gutenberg editor and paste it into the group ID field in your form settings. That's it. After entering both the API key and group ID, you have to go ahead and click on this Save button. Done! Your form is now connected to MailerLite. Whenever someone submits the form, now their details will be automatically added to your specified MailerLite group. Alright, moving ahead, the next integration in our list is Drip, which is perfect for e-commerce folks. Drip tracks revenue per subscriber and lets you fire off cart abandoned sequences in minutes. So, feeding your form leads here turns browsers into buyers. After you choose Drip from the Action After Submit dropdown, the panel asks for two things, which are an API token and an account ID. Now, let me inform you that these could be grabbed in seconds. For that, get into your Drip account by logging in and here hover over your avatar, click on it and then go to User Settings, then API token, and here copy the long string you are seeing right here. After that, you just have to get back to your Gutenberg editor and here paste that API token into its respective field. Now, we also have to get the account ID. For that, get back to the official site and here just click on the settings icon present at the bottom left. Then here, after clicking accounts on the next page, scroll down and here, as you can see, there is a number present. That, my friend, is your ID. Simply copy it, come back to the Gutenberg editor and paste it into the account ID box. Set. Next, all you have to do is hit on Save and you are done. Saying that, Drip's all logged in. Now, every form lead will drop straight into your e-commerce workflows. Alright, now this one, the name is Webhook, is like the gateway to everything. You can pretty much connect your form to anything on the internet with it. Call it CRMs, spreadsheets, Discord bots, Airtable, you name it. And if you're using Zapier, this is going to be your best friend. So once you pick Webhook from this drop-down, you will notice a simple little box asking for a URL. And yes, that's all it's needed. Just one powerful URL. For it, here's where you need to go. Log into your Zapier account, go to Zaps, click a new Zap, and in the trigger step, search for Webhooks by Zapier. From here, choose the catch hook option and then click on continue twice. Now as visible, Zapier will give you a unique webhook URL. Just copy it from here, switch back to your WordPress editor, paste the URL right into the webhook field in the form block, and boom, the connection is live. Now here comes the fun part. Head back to Zapier and click on test trigger. Then submit a sample form entry from your site, which will make Zapier to catch that data instantly. And look, Zapier has got that data instantly. You can literally see all the form fields show up right here, ready to be used however I like. Maybe fire off an email, add a lead in Google Sheets, send a Slack message, whatever works for your workflow. And what's cool here is that this method doesn't limit you. You're not tying yourself to one tool, and if the platform supports incoming webhooks, you are also in. Plus, you can even pass this data into custom APIs if you're working with devs or internal dashboards. So yes, it's a one-field setup, but probably the most flexible one out of all. Just drop in your webhook URL, save it, and you've got an automation powerhouse behind your form. Alright, ready to go real time with your team? Because next one, we are setting up with Slack. Now, Slack will help keeping your whole team in the loop by dropping each new form submission straight into the channel you choose, which is perfect for real-time lead alerts, support tickets, or project requests without anyone digging through email. It turns every entry into an instant ping, so nothing slips through the cracks. To set it up, first you will need to create a Slack app, and for that, head over to Slack API and click on this Create New App, then choose from scratch, and here give it a name and select your workspace. And once your app is created, navigate to OAuth and Permissions under the Features section. Click on it, then scroll down to the Scopes section. Now add the essential scopes like channel history to read messages and chat write to post messages under this user token scopes. Now, just like me, if you have also added your scopes, scroll up a bit and here click on this Install to Workspace button. Now, you will be prompted to authorize the app. Simply go ahead and click on Allow, and once installed, you will receive a user OAuth token just like me. Copy this token as you will need it shortly, and next go to your Slack app and find the channel where you want to receive the form submissions. Please note the channel name including the hash symbol. In my case, I will take this hashtag general. Now, I will go back to my WordPress dashboard, and here in the Action After Submit tab, selecting Slack from this drop-down menu, which will make a new Slack tab appear right here. Now, I'll go ahead and paste the user OAuth token into the provided field, and in the channel field, I'll enter the channel name that I memorized earlier. That is hashtag general. Now, once you have also configured these settings like me, save your changes, and to test the integration now, submit a test entry through your form. Next, check your Slack channel to confirm that the message has been received, and that will be it. Now, every time someone submits your form, a message will be posted in your chosen Slack channel easily. Alright, let's get your form chatting with Discord. This setup ensures that every time someone submits your form, a message is sent straight to your chosen Discord channel, which is perfect for real-time notifications, lead tracking, or support alerts. First, you'll need to create a Discord webhook URL. For that, head over to your Discord server and here click on the server name. Then select server settings and from the left sidebar, choose integration. Then click on create webhook, and now it's time to customize the webhook settings as desired. Once it's done, click on copy webhook URL and save it for later use. Now it's time to go to your WordPress dashboard. Then here in the Action After Submit, from the options drop down, which will make a new Discord tab to appear. And here you have to paste your webhook URL into the provided field. Optionally, enter a username to display as the sender of the messages. Once you have configured these settings, simply save your changes, and now it's time to test the integration. Alright, submitting a test entry through your form. And here, check your Discord channel to confirm that the message has been received. Voila! That's it! Now, every time someone submits your form, a message will be posted in your chosen Discord channel like this. As you can see, the action after submit tab is so much more than just sending an email. It's about creating a smooth connected experience, whether that means storing the data, alerting your team, or engaging users instantly. And the best part, you don't have to choose. You can literally check multiple options, maybe email it, store it in the database, send a Slack ping, and fire off a MailChimp welcome email. And that too, all in one go. Alright, moving ahead, since email is probably the most used action after form submission, let's open it up and take a closer look at what it offers. So, right here, as soon as you expand the email section, you will notice you are getting not just one, but 3 separate tabs that are to CC and BCC, which are pretty much like any normal email setup. For now, we are sticking to the default 2 tab. Now, the to field here is super important. This is where you enter your email address where you want all your form submissions to land. It could be your own email, your clients, or even multiple ones. Just separate them with commas. Next, we've got email heading. This is more like a label or a title that shows up at the top of the email body. Think of it like a little subject inside the content itself, not to be confused with the actual subject field which comes just below. Speaking of which, the subject is, well, exactly what it sounds like. Yes, the email subject line. Keep it clear and descriptive, like new contact form submission or support request received. Then we've got 2 really dynamic fields that are from email and from name. By default, you'll see something like next email and next name here. These are dynamic placeholders which will automatically pull the user's name and email from the form fields when the message is sent. So you don't have to hard code anything. Just let Nexter do the job for you. Right below, there's this reply to field as well, which is super helpful when you want replies to go back directly to the user who filled the form instead of the email used to send it. Just pop in next email here and you are all sorted. Now, this one is kind of like the cherry on top, which is metadata. This lets you automatically include useful background information along with the form submission. Things like the date and time of the submission, the page URL where it was filled, the user's browser details, or their IP address can also be included. Just choose which of these details you want from the dropdown and they will be added straight to your email body to give you more context about the submission. Now, right at the end, you've also got some couple of fallback messages. Now, if something fails during submission, for example, maybe the recipient email wasn't valid, you can customize the sender's message sent to failed field and let the user know something went wrong. Same goes for validation error occurred input field too. This is the message that the user will see if they miss a required field or enter something invalid. So yeah, while this section may look simple on the surface, it gives you full control over how your email notifications are sent and what content they include. And once you've got this all set up, you're pretty much done with the email part of your post-submit workflow. Alright, now once the form is submitted, we don't want to leave the user hanging, right? That's where this little section comes in. The name is success message. By default, you'll see a simple line like thank you for your message, it has been sent. And honestly, for a lot of use cases, this is more than enough as it gets the job done. But the beauty is, you can completely customize this message. Want to make it more personal? Well, you can go for something like, hey username, thanks for getting in touch, we'll reach out soon. Or if it's a support form, maybe you can write something like, your ticket has been submitted successfully, expect a reply within 24 hours. Like this, just type whatever you want in this field and that's exactly what users will see after they click on submit. Now, this was such a small detail, but it goes a long way in reassuring users that their message was received and that something's happening on the other end. So yeah, take a few seconds and tailor it to match your tone, your brand, or the situation the form is being used for. It's these little touches that make your site feel polished and trustworthy, so take care of them. Alright, now Coming down to the extra options section, you will spot something like Form ID. This is especially useful if you are working with multiple forms of the same page, or if you want to target this form specifically via custom code, JavaScript or analytics. Think of this like giving your form a nickname. So you can enter something like contact form 1 or booking form or anything else that helps you identify or reference it later. It doesn't change the layout or look of your form, but behind the scenes, it gives it a unique ID. Also, this becomes super handy if you're doing custom tracking, adding scroll to anchor links, or just organizing multiple forms across your site. Okay, finally, we are coming to the advanced section. There are two simple fields here, but they open up a lot of possibilities. First one is HTML anchor. This allows you to create an anchor link that scrolls directly to the form from anywhere on the page. Let's say you have a button at the top that says get in touch. So you can link it to this form using something like hashtag contact us. Just type contact us here and boom, it's ready to scroll into view. Below that, also, you've got this additional CSS classes. Now this is for users who want more design flexibility. You can type in your custom CSS class names here, maybe something like custom form border or dark form theme. Then from your theme or customizer, you can style this form however you like. So yep, even though this last section might seem minor, it actually gives you powerful targeting and styling control when you want to go beyond default settings. And that wraps up everything inside the layout tab of the Nexter form block. Whether it's sending emails, triggering automations, showing thank you messages, or adding custom styles, this one panel alone gives you a solid foundation to build beautiful functional forms that actually do something after they are submitted. Now moving ahead, let's quickly talk about the style and advanced tabs. These two aren't where the magic functionally happens, but they do help you in controlling the look and feel of your form. And also, they will give you some layout flexibility. Now, inside the Style tab, you will find sections for customizing everything visually, from the label typography to the input fields, the submit button, and even how your success message appears. Also, whether you want to tweak the font size, spacing, padding, border radius, background color, or even hover effects, you will find that all right here. So, if you're aiming to keep your form consistent with your site's branding or give it that little extra polish, this is where you make it happen. Then, talking about the advanced tab, this one's more for the layout and responsive behavior. You can control spacing, backgrounds, borders, and even custom positioning from right here. Also, there is this responsive section that lets you hide or adjust the form visibility on desktop, tablet, or mobile. Plus, you get this custom tab for adding additional code. And if you're doing tracking with tools like Google Analytics, the event tracking option is built right in. All in all, if I sum it all up, this section is great for users who want that next layer of layout control or who like fine-tuning things at a deeper level. So yep, while you might not touch every single setting here, it's good to know that these panels are always ready when you want your form to look as great as it works. Now to wrap it all up, you just witnessed how the Nexter's form builder is super powerful, versatile, and one user-friendly tool that simplifies form creation in WordPress. Whether you're putting together a simple contact form or a complex registration system, you now know that Nexter has you covered. So, what are you waiting for? In case you haven't already, install Nexter blocks, enable the form block, and start creating forms that not only looks great but also boost your site's functionality. Now, if you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell icon beside it too for more such amazing tutorials related to WordPress. Also, feel free to drop your questions or experiences with the Nexter form builder in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. For now, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay creative and happy form building.